Hi everybody, it's your Patsy. Happy Halloween. So, I decided to do a series when I started off the channel years ago, in 2017 I believe, I started working with the tarot, the Orisha, and started working also with these inner child cards, the Fairy Tale Tarot by Isha Lerner and Mark Lerner, right? They're illustrated by Christopher Guilfoyle. And over the years, I've gone back and forth to these books. But as we're coming to this time as a collective, and I want to give a shout out and thanks to Margot at Tarot Therapist. I believe that's what she calls her channel now. But I've been watching it for a long time. And she was doing a reading on Pisces, and if you, I'll put the link to it in the comment section of this video. Talked about how we had been doing a lot of work healing our inner child, but we were working more on our masculine side, and that the part of us that had been most neglected is our feminine side, right? The part that was always there, but always had to take a step back for some reason or other, to hold back their emotions and their feelings, to not have a voice. So she, through her spirit guides and through her education as a therapist, a psychologist, clinical psychologist, I think, or a psychiatrist, but whatever it is, she is a real life mental health expert. And October was Mental Health Month also. So look it up. It's a Pisces reading for the month of October. As I said, I'll leave a link. Anyway, moving on. She talked about healing this inner feminine, and it really resonated with me. And one of my clients, who is a Capricorn, had said how she was just like, why did the devil have to be our card, right? So we know that in the regular Rider-Waite deck, this is Capricorn's card, the devil, right? And she was like, she is sick of it, right? So I told her, I said, well, there's in the fairy tale tarot, you're the big bad wolf, which is a little better, and this is that card, the big bad wolf. Let me move this book. Okay, so the big bad wolf is very important. He is a central character in a whole lot of fairy tales, from the Three Little Pigs. He also shows up as a fox in some fairy tales. He could even be the evil stepmother or a witch in some fairy tales. So the devil is a shapeshifter. The wolf is a shapeshifter. And the central character, or at least an important character, in a whole lot of things that go on. Alright? So, the big bad wolf. So as a Capricorn, what part did that devil energy, that big bad wolf energy, how did it show up in your life when you were a youngster, male or female? Because we all have masculine and feminine within us. So we all have to heal our inner child, masculine inner child and feminine inner child. All right? So we've been doing a lot of work on the masculine, and the feminine has been a little neglected, as usual, if you resonate with this. So this is the 15th card of the Major Arcana, and usually it is seen as the devil, right? And it comes up in several other decks. So I know I have several other decks, and so I picked a few so that we can see the different depictions of the devil. But look, the devil is the lovers. in the Kipper deck, number 15. And on the devils we see, the regular devil card is very similar to the Lover's card in the tarot, right? We have the two people chained together just like they are in the devil card. So they chose to make number 15 the Lover's card. So that's good news, Capricorn. Right? The Devil in the Light Seers Tarot. Looking kind of sexy, a little inviting. Might be giving you a little agita in the corner there, but he is a temptation. All right, so that's that energy. Number 15 is also the planet Mercury. So that's swiftness and fire. It can't be caught, right? Can't be contained. Hard to contain Mercury. Artists have drawn this figure as a bat or a bat-like creature with enormous wings, right? Or a demonic image with horns who has chained a man and a woman to his throne. That's the central. The wolf appears in many stories: the Little Red Riding Hood, the Three Little Pigs, Peter and the Wolf. He is usually negativity, badness, darkness, and evil. Note, evil is live, spelled backwards. And so the devil is the reverse of lived. So evil and live. Evil is live spelled backwards, and the devil is lived backwards. The fox is also a big bag of wolf. Let's see. And sometimes in other tales, in African tales, he shows up as Brer, as Uncle Remus in the no, he comes up as Brer Fox in the Uncle Remus tales. Okay, I'm just reading this. And it's also that his numerical energy of the fox, the numerical energy of fox is 666, which is also the number of the beast in the New Testament. So, in the book of Revelation. So, there's a lot of heavy negative energy that goes along with being a Capricorn. But it's just the depiction of the card, okay? But let's see. This talks about how important to know the truth about the darker and the shadowier sides of life, right? And we've been learning that we are both light and dark, right? We have a negative and a positive, right? We have a light and a dark. The big bad wolf is the depiction of that bad and dark. That angel that sits on your shoulder and tells you things that you may not want to hear even. May be true, may not be true. But whatever it is, it brings fears to you. That's the purpose. This talks about being cunning and harmful and mischievous, right? Using your human intellect to be mischievous. I'm not talking about you, Capricorn, just saying that's the energy of the fox and the big bad wolf. This talks about shame and hell and slander and sin. All the things that you were told that were no good. All the things that we have been led to believe are negative, right? Or threatening. Talks about devilish forces that are within all of us. And the unenlightened consciousness within all of us. So if our inner feminine has been ignored, that maybe she does show up in devilish ways. Maybe she does show up in negativity, right? In unconsciousness sometimes. Not all the time, but it can be triggered. And maybe this is the explanation for some of your behavior. Maybe you have outbursts. Maybe you have negative thoughts. Maybe there's jealousy that you fight with. Not that you embrace it, because you're on a spiritual journey. If you embraced it, you wouldn't be here checking into it, right? You wouldn't care. You would just go about your merry way. But since we're all awakening and becoming more enlightened, this is information that may be helpful to you as you start to heal. Healing comes when you accept and merge your darkness with your light. Honor yourself. Include your haunting thoughts, the shame, all the unpardonable sins that you feel that you may have committed, or that others led you to feel shame about. That's what this is about. Accept all that you have experienced, all that you have lived, without any fear of shame, without any fear of judgment. Know that everything that you experienced, whatever form it came of, negativity, understand that this is part of your journey. This talks about letting go of your ego and your attachments, your lusts and your desires. There is a spiritual path. It still exists. But it seems to be lonely and desolate. And you feel like you will have to walk that alone. This talks about movement out of bondage and bringing yourself into communion with the world and away from being self-centered and fearful. So being out in the world more, embracing more positive people and experiences so that you don't have to walk this spiritual path by yourself. Capricorn. Let your light shine into the darker regions of your mind. Accept it. But know that you are a blending of your higher and lower selves, your spiritual and material body. Call up your anger, jealousies, and transfigure them into joy, compassion, and understanding. I don't know if you all heard that, but there was a honk outside the house just now when I said that. So, call up your anger, jealousies, apathies, and transfigure them, transmute them into joy, compassion, and understanding. Where there is separation, try to bring together harmony. Where there is pain from mental anguish, offer heartfelt, sensitive, and simple acts of kindness to friends and relatives. Reverse the pattern of lying to yourself and to others. Learn to speak and live out the truth of your existence to the best of your ability. So, this is the ruler for Capricorn, the devil. In the hoodoo deck, that's Miss Robinson. Miss Robinson, they used to talk about her in church, right? And this one lady, Miss Patterson, she was really like the ringleader. And Miss Robinson asked her to leave her alone. And Miss Patterson kept at it. And so one day, the thing that Miss Patterson loved the most, her son, was taken away from her. He passed away. And Miss Robinson walked away after attending the funeral and she turned around and laughed. And Miss Patterson had to leave town, right? And nobody talked negatively about Miss Robinson anymore. So, did Miss Robinson do it? Did Miss Robinson's spiritual guides do it? Did Miss Patterson call it upon herself by talking stuff about Miss Robinson? We don't know. But that's that energy. That's that energy that when someone does you wrong and you are trying not to retaliate, that may be that inner part of you that in your dreams, in your subconscious, in your meditative, well, maybe not your meditative state, but in your dream state, maybe your dreams, in your dream state, that part of you comes out a little, and maybe it can be a hurtful energy. Shows up in the psychic tarot as temptation. Very similar to that Mercury. Something that you are trying to get a hold of. Something you're needing to control about yourself. That temptation, that lust, that jealousy, that envy. Here we have the devil in the Casanova deck. Temptation, always feeling like someone is watching you. When you look at yourself, you appreciate yourself. You know that you're attractive, you know that you're beautiful. But you also know that giving into this temptation is going to bring some scrutiny, criticism, and so you keep your distance even though you still look at it. For some of you, that could be about a relationship or just your nature, wanting to go towards something that may cause you some shame, may get people to be talking about you behind your back. But this is part of the journey. Now, you being a Capricorn, in your previous life, you may have been a Cancer, right? That's the opposite of Capricorn. So, you might want to look at that also. And this doesn't have to be your sun sign. It could be your Venus sign or your moon sign. So look in your chart and see where Capricorn shows up for you. And then maybe you'll see where in that area of your life, be it work, family, relationships, your own physical self, if it resonates with you. And the ancestors' message is, unleash the wild within. So for some of you, at this time, your inner child wants to release, wants to explore. Maybe he or she is tired of hiding themselves and being afraid to be seen and being afraid to stand up for themselves or walk alone. Or maybe the ancestors want you to do just that. Maybe that's what your inner feminine needs to do, is to release all that energy. Release what it is that's making you feel this way. 1911, when I said that, release what it is that's making you feel like you want to scream. What is it that is so tempting, all right, alluring? Or what is it that you feel that you need, that if you do it, you'll be the talk of the town? Or you may bring death to yourself and to others. And something you won't be able to control. And Capricorns do like to control, right? The devil wants control. And if you feel you're going to lose control, then you might be hiding that side of yourself. Maybe you're not giving that inner feminine a chance to love. because they have all these worries and restrictions about temptation and shame. What's everybody going to say? My reputation. How's it going to look? They'll be talking about me even though I want it. I know better. I shouldn't go anywhere near it, but it's tempting me. It feels like love. I can't catch up with it. Maybe I'll just keep my distance and just watch. Show up at certain events hoping I'll run into them. Because he haunts me. She haunts me. And I think I haunt them too. And I just want to yell it out to the moon. How I feel about what life has brought to me now. Brought me to all this time. 2112 when I said that, all these years. My life. I just want to scream and let go. And your ancestors are saying, go ahead. Unleash that she-wolf. On page 70. Let your wild side up and out. Unleash your talents and your desires. The she-wolf is half wolf and half woman. See, that's that inner feminine. She is the alpha female who is not afraid to stand out from the crowd, or, in this case, the pack. She's wild, unfiltered, and unfettered. She encourages you not to be trapped by the limiting factors of weaker members of the pack, or those who are trying to hunt you down because you have gifts that they don't like or understand. She represents the energy of the wilderness and the unknown, and encourages you to be free and unchained and go beyond boundaries. Release the animal energy within and track down what it is that you need to do to express your true self. You're being rewilded at this time, guided to reconnect with your rebellious heart, the part of you that likes to break boundaries and go beyond them completely. If you've been holding back on your hopes or your dreams, you're being encouraged to chase after them now. Let the wolf energy within you help you track down what direction you want to go in. And don't let any traps or hunters get in the way of your freedom or your growth. The life that you want is here now. Okay, Capricorn, divine feminine, or divine masculine. The life that you want to create is right here for you right now. And your ancestors are telling you to go for it. Don't worry about what anybody has to say. Live this experience. Live out this life. Include this experience in your story. All right, let's see if we can get something from the wisdom of the oracle for Capricorn. Treasure Island number 9. 9 is the number for the ancestors. There's something, there's love. It's coming towards you. Slowly, but steady. There's love and there's abundance. And it's being gifted to you by your spirit guides, by your ancestors. And they just want you to hold on and accept it when it comes. Number 9. That's your spiritual message from your ancestors. The law of attraction brings dreams into fruition, and the results of positive thinking made manifest. Abundance is appearing from out of nowhere. There will be financial gains and the sharing of good fortune. You've been working very hard, Capricorn, or whoever's drawn to this message. Been working very hard, Capricorn, trying to balance these energies, doing the work, accepting the negative of you and the positive of you. You've been shocked at your own negativity. But in the midst of this all, you hit the jackpot. You have uncovered the map to the buried treasure and tapped into the unlimited potential within you. So sometimes the abundance isn't material. It's not coins or money. It's the freedom. It's the acknowledgement. It's the aha moment, the enlightenment, the epiphany. That is a treasure that can unlock so many other areas of your life. And because you've been doing the work, because you sought out the answers, whether it been like my client coming and getting the reading, or doing your own work and meditation, or using your own gifts, however way you got to this place that you were made aware of what it is that you need to work on, and you embrace that lesson. So now you're going to hone in on your ability to recognize these places, because you're going to get some opportunities that are going to come in your way, and the negativity won't be so obvious, but you're going to be more able to discern it and check it. Others may not see it as readily as you do, but you do. Just trust your intuition. As you enter this new stage of your life, trust your intuition, because all your hard work is getting ready to pay off, Capricorn. And don't forget to enjoy it and share your good fortune with others, because treasure that is shared multiplies by magic, like magic. In regards to if you're in a relationship, your relationship is a treasure. It has even more than you need, but you might not see that right now. No matter how long you've been together, you and your partner are always discovering hidden gems about yourselves and each other. Now's the time for discovery. It's as if everything is in sync and everything is new again. The romance will bloom and love is in the air. This partnership will bring you great gifts and valuable lessons. So keep your heart open. Celebrate love and celebrate the lessons of love. So, be grateful for however love showed up or thought it showed up in your life. Just be grateful for the lesson and try not to hold resentment, because this is part of what is getting you to Treasure Island, and the ability, the opportunity to unleash that wild woman maybe a little more often. This also could talk about you feeling that you're not enough or that you lack something, and it may cast a shadow. Again, we're talking about the shame and the guilt, right? So we still have those things, and that may be something that is being addressed at this time. Do you want to just proclaim yourself a disappointment and a victim? Are you afraid that if you are too brilliant, if your light shines too brightly, others will try to dim your light? Or are you afraid that you might lose all that you've acquired? You're challenged to change the way you see the world and move from a perception of limitations to a perception of abundance. Take a risk, for you have nothing to lose except your confinement in prison, the prison of your own making. Open the door and find the abundance that is waiting for you to claim. So, we've all been in quarantine at the time of this recording. Whenever you see it, the world has been locked down because of a COVID-19 virus, and we were in for like 18 months. I'm saying this in case, later on years from now, my great-grandchildren get to see this video, so they know what I'm talking about. So at that time, we were all locked in, and there's a lot of cabin fever going on, and people are just getting out. But for some who have been going through the spiritual journey, you were already locked in before COVID happened, right? And you needed to be at the time. But this process has evolved for you. All right. Now, number 15, which is the Capricorn number originally, was message in the bottle. So, this message is asking that when you believe the messages, you will receive the abundance. Someone is going to send you some positive news in the form of a letter, a phone call, an email, text. This letter's for you. So stay open to what it is that you learn. Only good is going to come out of it, and all the signs are there. So you're going to get some kind of a news, a letter, a song, I guess for some of you, a poem. Somebody's going to send you something, and it's going to be good news. You're refusing, some of you may be refusing to pay attention to the signs because you don't want what is pointing out to you. The signs are telling you something, and you know exactly what it's telling you, but you don't want that. Then, red flags are not just pretty decorations for you to admire. They are a warning for a reason. If something doesn't sit right with you, there could be trouble hiding in the bushes. So don't ignore the sign. Ooh, okay. And Spirit always has your best interest at heart and will draw your attention to what you are overlooking. So if you are getting signs and synchronicities, messages, spiritual messages, memories even, or someone keeps coming to your mind and you're like, oh, I know. Well, if you're being resistant to it, there may be something in it that you need to look at and why. But don't ignore it. But don't allow your fear to keep you from your blessing. This is about growth and forgiveness and unconditional love. 3222. So it's about communications from Spirit, from God, and from another person. It'll be conversation, communication back and forth. So this is what you can expect whenever you come across this message for you to embrace your she-wolf. Alright? Don't be ashamed or embarrassed. Don't be a victim. Be able to forgive and shake it off. Don't hide. Stop hiding. Stop clinging to old things that are stable and comfortable. Start going down that path. Don't be afraid to walk alone. You're never alone. You're never alone because your ancestors are with you. And they want you to know that. But you're headed towards greatness, a treasure. Just come from behind that tree. Stop holding on to what's comfortable. Embrace your adventurous side. Give in to temptation, but know that it's all part of the journey. And it's not anything that's bad or sinful. It's just part of your story. So Capricorn, thank you very much for allowing me to bring you this message. This is Halloween, okay, just in case. It's also Halloween when I'm doing this, in case you're wondering what's with all of this. But my nails ain't done, and I wasn't trying to do all of that, so vanity. Oh well, whatever. But I said, oh, you know what? Let me do this. So this is the get up for the Halloween readings. All right, but it doesn't matter if you see this today or 10 years from now or 10 months from now or 10 days from now. Whenever you come across this message, it's meant for you to see it. So thank you so much for allowing me to share this with you. I hope it made some kind of sense. All right, so the number 15 is important to you in your life. And number 9 is always about the ancestors, about messages, about changes. But they're changes that are directed by your ancestors to help you on the path that's going to bring maybe karmic cycles are going to come to an end because of this path that you're going through. Okay? And don't be afraid. Keep praying and keep your head up and be the she-wolf. Okay? Embrace that she-wolf. Okay, Capricorn, I hope this helps. I will be talking to you later. Thank you for stopping by. This is Patsy. QVSQ Tarot. Quality versus quality. Quality versus quantity tarot. For midwives. Patsy. You want a private reading with me? Send me email pbtarot7@gmail.com or go to my website IyaPatsy.com and leave a comment below. If you don't want to write out anything, just put a heart or something in the comments so that I can know that it resonated. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share these messages. Thank you all so much for your help. I've reached a goal of 3,000 subscribers. I know that's low compared to what goes on YouTube, but it took a long time to get to that. So I thank you guys. Thank you, all of you, very, very much for that. I know that each subscriber are mine. I didn't pay anybody for them or anything like that. So it's hard work and it took time. But I know that they're special people, special community, a special collective. Okay? Doesn't mean we're better than anybody at all. I'm just saying that these are the people that have chosen to go with me on my path. And I them. So, thank you very much. And I'll talk to you later. Peace, Ashe, and Namaste.